Hello. You probably clicked this video because your ToonBoom product doesn't react to your express keys or to your pressure sensitivity levels. Well, what do you do in that case? First, let me show you what actually happens and I'll try to explain why is this happening. So you launch a shortcut that's been created officially by your program. And you have this little window opened in here. So you create a new project. And when you try to draw something, your pressure levels don't work. Well, you try to cancel it. It doesn't work either. You might think that something's wrong with the program. So you try to cancel it with your usual keyboard. And it works. Okay, you try to zoom out while working. And it doesn't work. But your mouse works. So what is the actual problem? Well, let me tell you something. So what can be the cause of the problem? Simple. You don't use a Wacom tablet. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it is true. And why is that? That's because ToonBoom Harmony was set for Wacom products. And that's because it's an industry standard. So every professional studio uses Wacom, and this is why ToonBoom decided to make a code that runs directly with Wacom tablets. Well, it doesn't really run with them, it just bypasses the drivers of Wacom. But you don't have a Wacom tablet, right? In my case, I use XP Pen, and it doesn't have any Wacom drivers installed, so ToonBoom Harmony doesn't really know what to bypass, so it influences with the driver, and it tries to cancel something in the program, but it also cancels something in the driver. So you can't really use the pressure sensitivity or anything else. It just basically functions as a mouse or as a secondary monitor. And what do you do in this case? So you have to go to the file location, and you probably will see that it's called wstart. And if you try to launch this program standalone, you have an error saying one or more arguments are not correct. And what's going on here? So if you look at the original shortcut that's been created by the program after installation, it will have an expression in the end after the quote symbol. It will say harmonypremium.exe. So what does this thing do? Basically, it just goes through this folder and tries to find a harmonypremium.exe. So if you remove this expression, it will look for nothing. And this is why it says one or more arguments are not correct, because either it launches itself all the time, or it fails because it doesn't see anything. So what does wstart actually do? It searches for the program using here this file, which is called harmonypremium.exe, same name you can see in here, and it launches it, and it also launches the code in the wstart program, which cancels something that's running at the same time with this program. And since Harmony Premium is a drawing program, wstart will look for everything that influences with the program, such as your drivers. If you have a drawing monitor, it will be your drawing monitor drivers, and it will think that it's some unnecessary code because there is no Wacom code, right? So there is no Wacom driver, so it doesn't know what to actually bypass. So it bypasses your drivers, basically. And to make it not work this way, what you have to do is you have to delete this little shortcut, and you have to place this one instead. Send to desktop, create shortcut, and you will have a shortcut that looks like this. So what will you see first is that the script window has been opened, and basically what happens is that you'll launch the program in a raw way. It's just the program, there is no additional code to it, so nothing influences with it. But please, do not click on this button, otherwise it will close the program and it will crash it. So let's create a new scene now, and let's see if anything changed. So if you try to draw now, you will see that your pressure sensitivity works perfectly fine. What about express keys? Let's try this out. It works as well. What about the scroll wheel? Works perfectly fine. So guys, that was the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching this, and I really do hope that I helped you with your issue and that you can now animate freely without any discomfort while working. So, have a nice day, goodbye.